Okay. Nice gentle shake. Do you remember those days we used to do tapping and cupping on each other's back? How things have changed. Do you remember that, Ian? Yeah. That's the only reason why you came. I know, but he just made inappropriate noises when he was being tapped, so... Wriggle, jiggle. I mentioned in classes this week that my daughter, when she was in her cot, that's how small. She's 21 in a couple of months. But she used to have this doll which had sort of ropey hair. It was about this big. And it wasn't a plastic doll, it was a knitted doll. And the arms were rope. And the doll's name was Raggedy Ann. And I always think of Raggedy Ann when I do this shaking. So let your arms just hang like pieces of rope. You know, just let them go. Don't control them. Be free with your shaking. And notice, is your body shaking but your mind elsewhere? If it is, just sink your mind into your body and let go. Now release the tension in your jaw. So feel the shake resonate in your cheeks. Cheeks wobble. And as always, dribbling is permitted. Tilt to the sides. Let go of your arm. Remember, it's a piece of rope dangling from your shoulder. Your wrists, are your wrists stiff, or can you feel the shake all the way down through your arm? Let's engage the spine. So I'd like you to imagine you have a 15-foot long tail. At the end of the tail, a fly has landed and it's tickling your tail. I'd like you to shake the fly off. In other words, shake your ass. That should be an advert, shouldn't it? I think Renault should take it up or something. Okay, let's focus on the arms. So with the body, shake out through the arms as if you've got something sticky on the end of your fingers. So I'm guessing you've all picked your nose before and you've had those sticky bogies that never get off your finger? Never. Okay, flick it off. You definitely have by watching you.
My granddaughter sits there.
You see, that's all I have to say, and everyone knows what I'm talking about. Good, good. And now just being careful of your balance, shake out through your legs, and as if you've got something on your foot and you're just trying to shake it off. Go from one side to the other. And what we're looking for are loose ankles. Can you allow your foot to go floppy from your ankle? Easier said than done. Excellent. Good, good. And bring that to a standstill and ting. Feel. Notice what's happening in your body just now as everything settles. Your breathing, your heart, your tingles. So we're going to widen our stance, and by doing this we're just going to shift our weight. When we want to learn how to shift the weight rather than just sort of walking outwards, shift the weight so you're really conscious about your weight being shifted and down through one side of your body. Engage your thigh, soften the knee so that the other leg is free to just move as you wish. Widen your stance. Good, and we're going to slosh. So keeping your body upright, but a wave-like motion through your body. Engaging your spine all the way up into your neck and head. Do you remember those old desk toys with the wave in it, the blue water in the and that used to tilt and you see the wave going down? Yeah. Visualize that wave through your body, your inner ocean going from left to right. engage the quad deep in the pelvis as you slosh. You want to feel the quad being engaged, opening and closing, sinking into the quad rather than pushing your hip out. Sink into the quad. This will help strengthen your hip, open up your hip. Breathe. Good. Now we're going to return back to a normal width stance. So think about what you're going to do. Think about how you're going to bring your feet back. Good. Into swing one. So being careful of other people and bottles and walls. Pivoting around a pole or a beam. Remember that pole and beam is what connects us to heaven and earth. Soften your knees enough so your knees can move backwards and forwards, but we don't want them to move inwards. Not forgetting to engage your head as well. Swing left, swing right, head right. And tuning into the elasticity of your body. As you twist, it's like your body is you're tightening the elasticity of your body, and you just use that elasticity to release, to swing to the other side. Good. And when you're ready, swing two, where we open up from the quad. Okay. Sometimes there can be a tendency when we do this swing to bend into your weight-bearing leg. I'm going to show you what I mean. This is going to hurt your knee eventually, so you don't have to bend into your leg. Just stay nice and upright. Your knees are still off lock, but don't bend unnecessarily into that knee. Don't put pressure in the knee. And feel the space open in the pelvis. Here, the quad. here between your legs. Feel that space open and close. Good. Swing 3. So it's swing 2 with the leg work, and the arms just swing above us or however high you are comfortable with, and they split as they come down, one in front, one behind. And again, use the momentum. It's not a really controlled movement. Get it going and just let it, one swing, create the next swing. Open up those armpits as the arms go up. Wonderful, lovely swing, everyone. Good, good, and circles. Don't have to be big. So imagine you're standing inside of a barrel. We want to touch all the way inside of the barrel, all the sides of the barrel. Good, and where we lose this more often than not is the backside, literally. That's better. So as the circle comes round behind us, make sure you're still creating that circle, you're not swapping into an oval. Release the tension from your shoulders, let your arms hang. Good, and now as you continue to do this circle, feel the circle in the soles of your feet, as if you're drawing in the ground with the soles of your feet. All around your feet, from the balls of your toes, down the outside edge, heels, up the inside edge. Let's change direction, nice and slowly, change direction. Touching the inside of the barrel. Breathe. Good. And over to you for your own free form. So whatever comes, move your arms, your body, your legs, just your own movement. Discover your movement. Wherever it takes you. Breathe. Good. And open and close. So we're lengthening through all of our fingers and thumbs, palms, wrists, and then creating bird's beaks. So as if you're collecting from this position here, keep your fingers and thumbs lengthened, turn your bird's beaks towards your shoulder nests, sink down, engage your sit bones, then open up again. So we're sitting and folding into the kwa. As you do that, make sure you're not going heavy in your heels. Your weight is evenly distributed. As soon as you go heavy in your heels, you're going to close up your spine. Engage the sit bones, the bones at the base of your pelvis. Good, so the movement comes from your kwa. You fold in and you come up from your kwa. You fold into the kwa. Come out from the kwa. Good. Into the bamboo body as you open up next time. Open, drop your shoulder blades, open up your chest. Shoulder blades come towards your spine. Good, second position. Loose fists, forearms come together, knees bend. Tuck pelvis under to create a C shape with your spine. So we've got a crane neck, which means that we've got space between our chin and the chest, but we want to round off the neck. That's how we open the vertebrae of the neck, by the crane neck. And you'll feel your back round off, so your shoulder blades are coming away from your spine when you do the second shape. Carry on. Good. Make sure you don't arch back too much. Just a natural arch of the back as your hands open. There we go. Tuck pelvis under. There we Can you bring your arms outwards towards me? There you go, good. Perfect, yep. That's it, there you go, feel that, that's it. Open up here now, tap pelvis under, head over. There you go, perfect. Good. Bit more of a crane neck, Hannah. So put your head over a little bit more.
What am I looking at when I've got my crane neck?
What you're looking at, we should be looking diagonally. You're probably in here somewhere. Okay, that's it, yeah. Sink into your knees as you come down for that second shape. So as this happens here, knees bend as well, pelvis tucks under. So you've got more, that's it, that's better. So a bit more rounded off your lower back. Good. Bring your forearms together a bit more if you can, so outwards. There you go, good. Yeah, so you can feel it at the back, feel it here.
Yeah.
Yeah. Sorry? No, no, it's not a natural position for them to come to. Whatever's comfortable, really. There's no right or wrong with it. You know, yeah. No, not necessarily. No, you don't have to. Good. Okay. Let's come out from that. Just have a bit of a shake out. Take a sip of water if you need to. Well done. A bit warmer now? Yeah. Remember the gel-like substance that coats all our fascial bands, all of the cobweb-like substance in our body. When it's not used, it congeals. Now I'm just going to leave you just to think of something that you can visualise that it's congealed. Yeah, not nice, hey? It just gets all sticky. And the way that we melt that is through movement and doing what we're doing. So that internal warmth that we create starts to melt that congealing, so therefore your fascia can move. So when we come to do the Qigong, and the Qi can then run smoothly through it, because when it's gathered, if you imagine that an area is congealed, and then on top of that, if you don't use it, it then congeals on top of that, and then it congeals on top of that. Then we've got layers and layers and layers of all of this stuff. And it's very similar to hair. If we don't, if you don't brush your hair, if you've got longer hair than I have or Floyd has, if you don't brush your hair, it starts to mat together. And then if you try and brush your hair after it's been matted, it hurts. Yeah, it does hurt. And I don't know, I've never had long hair, but I've combed and brushed many children's, not that I've got that many, but for many years I've been brushing long hair for, and I know what it's like for them. It really does hurt. Imagine your fascia is like that it starts to mat together. That's exactly what it does. It starts to mat together, and that's why some of the movements I ask you to do, they're not a normal everyday movement you do, and they might be harder. And some of the movements might be painful or ache. Well, that's like you brushing the knots out of your hair. We just need to get through that, and then all of a sudden it goes. So when I do the C shape, the first few times I do the C shape, it's like, oh geez, my lower back doesn't want to do that. And after I've done that half a dozen times, I've opened it back up again, and it feels a lot more comfortable.
I've got arthritis in this bone here, and doing the swinging really hurts.
Yeah.
And I never know whether to try and push, whether to carry on with it, because it doesn't actually ease it.
Yeah, so we need...
Yeah, I need to keep walking, because that does help.
We need to move, but you might find, you might find some movements will help and some won't.
Yeah.
Never push through barriers, but try not to avoid movements that are challenging, just make them a lot smaller so you're within your comfort zone. So you might find doing swing 1 is okay, but then you might think actually after a couple of minutes it's starting to ache, reduce your swing. Same with your swing 2. If you think, okay, do a few of those, that's working, and then actually no, I'm just going to reduce the size of those movements. So continue to do them, but just reduce the size of them. Don't avoid them. Yeah, absolutely, but don't. Yeah, I think sometimes what we can do is avoid the movements that are challenging, and for some people, I mean, like for me, I've got metalwork in my spine. There's some movements that I can't physically do because metal doesn't bend, titanium doesn't bend, but I won't refrain from doing them. I will just do them in my own comfort level, my own 70%, and then my body will find a way to work with it, and that's what it's done over the years. So what I'd like to do is what I noticed when we did that last movement, this one here, it's the timing, because that's really important in your Qigong. And when we do this movement here, it's not. Did you notice that? So notice the difference. I'm going to do it 2 ways. This is way 1. And way 2. Notice the difference? Yeah? We want to do it all together. We want way 1. So as my arms come round, my body also starts to move. It's not 2 separate movements, it's 1 movement. So when my forearms meet, I've created my C. I don't create my C after my arms have met. It's about the timing, okay? So I'd like us to try just that 1 movement now. Forearms together, create the C shape with your spine as your forearms come together and meet, and then you open up from that. Okay, so as your arms come together, your knees start to bend, you tuck under, create your crane neck, and then you open up from it. And as soon as your arms start to move forward, you start to bend your knees, tuck your pelvis under, create your crane neck. So all of your body should be moving. We won't do this for too long because I appreciate this really is gets you hot, this movement. That's better, much better. So this timing carries through into our form, our Qigong that we do. Good, okay, much better. Okay, so movements 1, 2, and 3. If I was to say to you now, without any help or guidance from me, how do you feel about doing movements 1, 2, and 3? What would you say? Thumbs up, thumbs down, thumbs middling? Okay, transitions will go over. Are we more thumbs up? Don't worry, I'm not going to test you. Don't worry. Don't think, oh no, don't come to me, Dennis, and show. I'm not going to test you. I just need to know how you feel.
Rusty.
Rusty. So we're here.
Yeah.
Some of you are here.
Yeah.
How about, is anyone here? Oh, that's really good news. You're rusty as well. Or you. That's how Floyd uses his mobile phone. It's all fingers and thumbs. Okay. It's a floji. Okay. We've got something there, floji. We should invent that. Floyd emojis. All right. Unfortunately, the camera can't see the floji. Movement 1. So we're going to, before we go into movement 1, I'd like you to settle into Wu Qi. Limitless, boundless, endless. So as you settle into Wu Qi, I'm going to go around the room and ask you just to say something that you are practicing in Wu Qi, whatever it is that you are doing that you find that helps you, something that I maybe have taught you or something individual that you do. quickly share it with everyone else. So I'm going to start off with the easy one, and that's feet hip width apart. Sorry for whoever's going to think that we're going to say that one. Laurie.
Connect to heaven and earth.
Okay. Connect to heaven and earth. And that connection with heaven and earth is for you to balance where you are in this present moment of time. And what you will find, more than probable, is that it's a constant balancing act. As you stand in Wu Chi, you won't be perfectly balanced in the center. You will go up and you'll go down. And it's for you to be aware of that. Balance yourself between heaven and earth in your body. Sue. Take your knees off lock. And remember, that is just fractionally off lock. Don't bend them, that's going to create strain. Just take them fractionally off lock so there's no pressure in the back of your knee. Floyd.
Space underneath your armpits.
Space in your armpits. You can help yourself by turning your palms so they face behind you. Turn your elbows out a little so you're not lifting your arms. There's no pressure in your upper arms. Good. Feet. Connect the tip of the tongue to the roof of your mouth. Just let it rest there. Joe.
What was I going to say? Something about feet so that you're not kind of in your heels and you're not on your toes, either somewhere in the middle.
Okay, so balance the weight between your feet, so making sure you're not heavy in your heels. And play with that now. Go heavy in your heels. Notice how that feels in your lower back. Then bring your weight to the forward and notice how your toes have to grab on. You don't want either of those, so find a balance in between there. Linda?
Trying to stop tension.
Try not to clench your buttocks, so release the tension in your lower back and buttocks. Liz?
With each exhale, slowly relax down your body, starting with shoulders again.
Yeah, good. So progressively, each time you exhale, feel a wave of relaxation just pass down through your body. Release the tension with your exhales. Ian?
Meditating, and I don't know why. The awareness of movement around the outsides of my feet.
Okay, so that you don't have to stand like a soldier and be completely still when you're in Wu Chi. If you just feel your body rock and sway very slightly, if it happens naturally, don't make it happen. If it's just happening, let it happen. You don't have to be a rock. And this will help you release tension in certain parts of the body if you do try and stand there too still. But I can't emphasize enough, don't do it on purpose, only let that happen naturally. And if it does, don't have to stop it. Hannah, we're getting quite close to the end, but anything you want to share?
Breath under the nostrils. Noticing the breath coming in through the nostrils.
Okay, so breathing. Yeah, please breathe, everyone. Breathing in through your nose. Notice the coolness of the air as you breathe in through the nose. And as you breathe out through the nose, notice how the air has been warmed by your body. And it's neutral. Gemma?
Being balanced between both feet with the
Okay, so not just heel and toes, but left and right hand side. Make sure you're not heavy either side of your body. And I know there's a lot there, and well done for coming up, but don't, chuck your chin in very slightly. When your mind feels like it's wandering, bring it back into your lower dantian, deep in your belly. But don't try too hard to make this perfect. Remember, Wu Chi means limitless, boundless, endless. So become at one with your environment, the air around you, heaven and earth. Let your palms and arms float out in front of you. Literally float slowly. Turn your palms so they face each other. Discover your chi as if something interesting is happening between your palms. So that's a soft open palm, open fingers. And open armpits. Good. So lower your hands so that they're at the height of your navel, just below, in fact, your lower dantian. And when you're ready, we'll compress the 3 pearls. So on your inhale, expand the space that you're holding. On your exhale, condense the space that you're holding. Always returning back to the lower dantian. Rising and sinking from the kwa, that pulse. Any other swaying or spiraling movement comes from this, naturally allow it to happen. Always with your breathing. And the timing of the pulse. As you breathe in, your palms spread and you open, your body opens, you rise. As you breathe out, you condense, the body sinks, all in unison. As you open with your inhale, try and open your chest physically as well, so that the movement of your hands and arms actually encourages the opening of your rib cage. So you might feel that you have to move your hands a little quicker to do that. That's fine. Good. On your next exhale, come to the middle dantian. Continue exactly the same. You may find your pulse is a little smaller. That's natural. Try and keep your palms connected throughout the entire movement. Even when you're at your full inhale, palms are facing each other. When you come in, palms are facing each other.
I've lost the breathe. Breathe in makes
in.
out, isn't it?
In, out. Good. And have your arms first. That's it. Don't put them here, because all of a sudden this has to happen. You get tension here. Arms out and relax. So relax your shoulders.
Yeah.
There's a good now. Good. And your next exhale, upper dantian. Fingers point up. Elbows are heavy. Good. Well done. Palms still talking to each other. Heavy elbows. Take that pressure away from your upper arms. Feel the chest physically open as you inhale. And then into the microcosmic orbit. Good. Keeping your hands aligned with the left and right hand channels of your body. So you're always keeping them in front of you. Wave-like motion through your body, through your spine. Breathing in as you rise up the spine, over your head and breathing out as you go down. And don't forget to engage your neck as well. That wave does carry through your neck. That's better. Not too much, don't overdo it, but do engage the neck. That's right. Follow your rhythm. Just follow your rhythm. That's absolutely fine. Good. Next time you go down, go into movement 2, lifting the sky. So your palms turn. Good, and then they lift. Nice and gently, nice and slowly. Lift the sky and then your heels come off the ground, but be comfortable with the height that you lift your heels. It doesn't have to be too great. You don't want to be struggling with your balance. If you are, you've gone too high. Sink, kwa, spine straight, up, lift, sink. And when you sink, it's your opportunity to sink your shoulders, otherwise you're going to get really stiff and burning shoulders. So as you sink, sink your shoulders, sink your shoulders. Good. And remember, you can do this from a height that you're comfortable. It doesn't have to be above your head if your shoulders don't go there. Or indeed, if this is starting to hurt now, reduce the height. Good. So keeping your hands where they are, which is closer to your body, wherever that's above your head or to your chest. Body spiral. Making sure you keep your knees pointing forward. They don't buckle inwards. This will control how much you spiral the body and keep it safe. Feel that gentle twist through your body. Good. I'm not going to be too cruel. We won't do this for much longer. When you get back to the center, go into rainbow dance. So one palm turns, faces by way the crown of your head. Other hand lowers, shoulder drops. Widen your stance. Look in the direction your fingers are pointing. Good. And then come back up, raise your arms, look forward, sink down other side. Now remember, the side that you're sinking down, that's where you go into the kwa. Okay? It's not that side. The other side should be opening. That's it. Don't twist anymore. Keep your body straight. Don't twist your spine. Be careful that side because you're really twisting there, which is going to affect this, so it might be that. So if you go that side, there you go. That's it, yeah. So it's something going on there, it's pulling, okay, so just try not to let it pull. So that's good where you are. Okay, good. And now for the soaring crane. Turn your palms, elbows drop first, shoulders drop, So we have this V-like shape. Space, armpits, outwards, lengthen through. So that opening we do in our warm-ups, same thing we do here. Lengthen through your fingers and thumbs, good. Bend knees, fold into croix, create that triangle with your knees, pelvis, shoulders, and turn your palms as best as you can. Making sure your spine is straight, no bent spines, and you're engaging your sit bones, good. Bring your arms down in line with your torso, good. This is Eddie the Eagle. Now rise up 2/3, bring your hands up as well, but don't fully stand. Then go back into that position you just come from, and as you do, lengthen your spine from tailbone to crown of your head. Bird's beak, so gather now. Don't just create bird's beaks, but gather as you create them. Slowly rise, this is all about timing. Bring your bird's beaks through your armpits, then open them and present them as you rise fully. Palms turn down. Palms turn outwards, spread, swim through the thick air. Palms turn down. Into movement 3, uphold the moon, which is a C shape of the spine, scooping, rising. Scooping. Remember, you don't have to go too low. You're not actually trying to touch the ground here. The emphasis is in creating a C shape with your spine. That's the important bit. Bend knees, tuck pelvis under. If your knees are going, your hands are going beyond your knees as you do this, that means you haven't created a C shape with your spine. Now I invite you to look up very slightly as your hands rise up. Look up so you open up your throat. Sorry, huh?
Arms, they should be light, shouldn't be very heavy then.
No, they're floating.
My moon is really heavy. It's like, why is this so... I've got the wrong idea with my moon. It's a light moon.
It's a light moon, yeah. Very yin, very soft.
So we thought it was like a mud moon.
That's good, really good. 3 more. And as you do complete your third, let the hands just float down either side of you back into Wu Chi. And just remain in Wu Chi for a moment. Ting, breathe. Wonderful. Wriggle your fingers, your toes. Take 2-3 minutes, have some water.
just come back to room. Yeah. Just what? Going to the next.
So the easiest thing to do is when your hands come back up,
Yeah.
shift your weight and bring your foot in.
And then to the next bit. Oh, it's straight. It's straight from up.
Yeah. Straight from up here,
Yeah.
and then down, out, and then you're in the movement.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Sort of how you get from
Yeah, so the transition is
we just stop there.
yeah, and then just turn your palms. That's it. Yeah, palms and make sure your arms are V-shaped, so you're not going out too far already. That's it, and then you go outwards. Perfect. Yeah. Yeah, that's the hardest thing. Yeah, yeah. That's the hardest thing I used to find with movements is how do I get from one to the other? Yeah, but yeah, exactly. Just did it. So when your hands have come back up, turn your palm. Yeah, they're already up there. Just lower them. Yeah, that's a run. That's just a run through. So we only do each one of those once. It's not a repetitive movement. Yeah. Yeah. No. So out, down. And then your palms down. So when you've pushed out, then your palms down, just swimming through the air all the time, and then. That's it. Yeah. Palms out. Separate. Yeah. That's it. Yeah. Any questions about what you've done? What you've done, by the way, was lovely. Really good. Barely had to correct anything or suggest anything. It was really, really good. Anyone have any questions about what you've just done? Are you happy with that?
It's nice to do it with everybody.
It is, isn't it? And I'll tell you something.
It's been really nice.
For me, to teach with human beings, you don't know how much easier it is than speaking to that, which I've done for 2 years. So what I do is I imagine all of you behind this camera thinking, okay, and there are certain, I'm not going to mention names, but certain people that do certain things, and I always try and think of them, okay, because actually many people do that fall into those traps as well. So I try and remember what they are as if someone might be doing them. And more often than not, I get a message saying, how do you know I was doing that? Did you see me? And it's like, no, it's, I suppose that's the beauty.
What we need when as well.
Yeah.
Today, that's like I did that day.
I think we need Qigong every day, it just falls in place, really. Okay, that looked lovely, as I say, so well done. So next movement, actually, before I move on to the next movement, and this is just out of interest, did any of you feel more connected to any of those three movements, 1, 2, or 3, just now as you did them, or not? Were you just practicing? You like number 3? Yeah. Number 3 of the movement 1? This one? Oh, that's movement 1. You would say movement 3 doing after lifting the sky, or this one? Yeah, uphold the moon. That's movement 3. But you were just talking on the, yeah, that's what you meant. But
You were talking about movement 1, were you?
no, Hannah was. Yeah, exactly. Yeah.
Don't you just say movement 1 comprising of as 3 openings of
Compressing the 3 pearls. So movement 1 is compressing the 3 pearls, lower, middle, down, and upper. Then the microcosmic orbit.
microcosmic?
Yeah, that all forms.
And that's still part of
That forms movement 1. So the reason why I asked whether anyone connected to that, movement 1 is a water element. This is the water season. So this, for me, when I do this now, I'm like, yeah. Yeah, it is slightly different. absolutely. The last part, the second part, this part is the water part. And that's, I could, at this moment, I could be there for an hour doing this. It is, it's exactly, yeah. Yeah. It could just be, because also it is that time of year that you know, this just feels really nurturing because that's where we are at the moment, so. Okay. Movement 2 is lifting the sky. So there's many parts of lifting the sky. That's literally lifting the sky with your heels first, as well. Anyone else who's going to help me? Body spiral. Third part? Rainbow. Fourth part? Soaring crane.
Is that all part of it? So
This is all part of movement 2.
I like that bit where we like do the heavy lead, or I could just go back and forth that, which like, when I've got ahead of you on the tally, I do that.
All right, so that's the other thing that I'm going to just visualise now, Gemma doing this. It's like, hurry up, Dennis, I'm still doing this.
No, don't hurry up, I like it.
Um,
I think it's that and the spiralling, which is probably most difficult for me, but I like them because it's almost what my body needs.
yeah, that's why I say don't steer away from anything you find challenging.
I think it's not that, the spiralling I don't probably do in my day-to-day activities. It's not something that my body naturally wants to do, if you know what I mean.
Yeah, we don't often do those type of movements, and when we do come to do them, the body's not used to doing them, that's when we put the back out. So, this, yeah. For me, I like the whole of movement 2 put together. I don't like just one element. I like doing that whole transition of that for me, and this part just goes, ah, yeah. So, and then from here, Linda, it's uphold the moon. Okay, so you're scooping down. It's like you're picking up a bubble and you're just letting it float up. A bubble, that is, Hannah. Okay, you're not a mud ball.
I think I must be holding my shoulders, and so I thought that's pretty heavy. I think
the moon's, I imagine it's the moon as the reflection in the water. I'm just trying
I normally do, but I don't know why. What happened?
Was it because we did a lot of arm work before we got to that?
Yeah,
We
could
sort
be.
of
I was getting
head stuck by that point.
Yeah, I find finding it all movement 2, the lifting the sky, and even the third one up here. It's just too painful in my shoulder.
Yeah, I went back
I
down to
can't
the,
like it. It does. I can't like doing it because it hurts.
I went back down to the lower down.
Yeah, it's
I found it too much higher.
that tension. You know, if you think about all the computer work that so many of us are doing at the moment, we've got tension. That's why we shouldn't avoid them. But you know, yes, I did extend that practice a little bit today, but it's me looking around. But do what's comfortable for you.
lactic acid in those muscles.
Upper arms, yeah. That's the kickiest bit here, which is why I always think of little plum weights on your elbows so you feel that it's heavy. That will help. Okay, well done. That's good. So from movement 3, we go into movement 4, funny enough. And that's a familiar movement with many of you, which is swimming dragon. Okay, so swimming dragon is about, this is a favourite for so many people. And the reason why it's a favourite, it's what gets your chi moving. If you're talking this energetically, movement 4 gets your chi moving, okay? And it's good for the liver. If you're interested, it's a good liver movement. So once we've done, because the transitions, as Sue was saying when some of you went out, the transitions are always the tricky bits, how to make your form flow. So next time I'm going to do this super slow-mo. I'm not going to bend now. My hands are just going to float out in front of me. I'm going to turn one palm, it doesn't matter which, and my hands come up to middle dantian height. Okay, let's do that together. So we're finishing the movement. So uphold the moon. We're not sinking down. Turn one palm, it doesn't matter which. And they both rise up. Okay, hold this posture here. Have you got space in your armpits? Or, because this here is going to create tension here. Relax your arms, let your elbows be heavy. If you're trying to have your palm parallel, then this is going to happen. So don't worry about it being too parallel. Just be comfortable. It's more important your armpits open than that's parallel. Okay? Good. Now you move your hands in the direction your palms are facing.
Fingers closed or fingers open? 'Cause I don't know if I've
Always
got it
open. Always open. Yeah. Yeah, always open. So then we go up and down together in unison. Good. So I'm going to mention this bit now. The hand that goes down, if you look at my hand, I've actually put it on quite an angle. This builds the lines of tension. This is what we're looking for. It can feel quite uncomfortable, so don't put it too high, but you want to be able to feel these lines of tension build. Good. And the same with the upper arm. So it's not fingers up, palm up. Again, lines of tension you'll feel. Good. Now, turn your palms as they slowly start to return back to where they come from. And the other palm now faces up, because this one's come down, this one's now coming up. Turn your palms. And when, as usual, like we did with the water wheel, the microcosmic orbit, we keep the hands in line with the left and right hand channels, and it's exactly what we do with this movement. Now, many of you are already doing your pulse. That's either muscle memory or you've just naturally done that, but that's what we need to do. So as the hands rise, the body rises out of your pulse, but don't lock. As you come back into the center, the body sinks. And then it rises as you come away from the center. Do it. Feel that lengthening.
I mean, I don't want to lock my knees out, but it's so good to really stretch.
Yeah, and by all means, if that's what you feel, go for it. Tailor this to, this is a lot of fascial work as well that we're doing here, which is why I'm sort of stipulating on putting your hands in certain positions. Keep your weight centered. Sink. Again, open. Okay, carry on. And your top hand and bottom hand should reach top and bottom at the same time. One shouldn't arrive before the other does.
So I have a real yen to lift that heel.
Oh, do you? That's dragon and tiger. Yeah. Yeah, that's this one here with dragon and tiger.
I feel like my weight's doing that. My weight's sort of going either to the right hand.
You don't have to, but if you find that naturally that's what's happening,
Natural pulse and
absolutely. Tailor this to it's yours. Qigong is, it's yours and it's your body. So, if you do find that there are some individualisms that are coming through.
I didn't know whether it was a bit of that one's. What that was.
Oh, that's diagonal flying. Yeah, don't get confused with that one.
I didn't know whether my body was doing that from diagonal flying.
It used to happen, so this happens before diagonal flying.
Is it breathing in as the hands come together and out as they separate, or is it?
Breathing in, out. Breathing in, because you're creating space in your chest.
When we were doing Tibetan, you were doing the variation.
I'm coming. Hold on. I'm just waiting to see, but I'm about to get there.
Which I didn't like as much as
I think I was with you.
Is our idea that we're doing that whole thing then?
No, not that's different movement.
We're not doing that. Where you're going, so that you're connecting into the...
No. So when you're here, you're going down past, that's it, and then right. So your hand will go past the line of your body. Yeah, keep it moving, and then up.
In as we go out.
breathing in as you're creating space in your chest. So if you're looking to maximize your lung capacity, you want to go in, because this is opening up your chest. So breathe in and then breathe out as you come to the center, and then breathe in. If you happen to start doing it the other way, don't worry, it's fine. But that's the norm, is to breathe in as you open.
Stop moving before you go on.
Okay. Different style of movement, yeah. And you're not keeping it up there, are you? It's always moving up and down. Okay, that's good. So, as Fiona just preempted, there is a variation on this, and it's an invitation to you. I want you to enjoy your form, but there's a reason why we might not enjoy movement so much, and that's because maybe it's a little bit more challenging. When it comes to clearing the body of the stuff that we don't want to hold on to, and you know, your fascia collects life, you know, your experiences, your thoughts, your memories, your everything, it gets held into your soft tissue. And what we want to do is, you know, your fascia is like a sponge, and we want to just wring it out just like a sponge. And when you release that, it can absorb all that the good nutrients. When you sort of release the sponge, it's sucking it all back in again. Then we just get rid of it all, and that's the action. And that comes with twisting. So that's why we do the body spiraling, and we turn the body in certain ways. With this movement here, the variation, if you wish to do it, and you can try it now, is we turn the palms, especially the ones that goes up, and then the one that comes in goes down. So the one that goes down, palm turns inwards, and that turns outwards. This creates this real twisting down through my arms and up through my arm. Yeah. Okay, and then you might, for me, I can feel literally in my finger now as I do this, my middle finger is tingling, and I can feel it here. This connection's being made, and that's what I'm after. That might not be for you, but that's what I can feel when I do this now. Then I release, and it all goes, ooh. And then as my hand comes up, and release. So you're adding that extra spiral. You should feel it coming all the way up through your arms into your shoulders. So this will help release here and here.
That's where my attention always is.
Yeah, so that twist is going to help. Yeah. Yeah. Okay, so I would recommend you put the twist in, because that's going to really help get in there. And you know, as you said, Sue, that you enjoy the stretch bit of this.
I mean, that's a little bit more restriction for me when I turn it in, whereas when it's not, I feel like I'm really reaching up and down. Once it comes in, it's just
Yeah.
a bit more restricted.
It's not as much as a...
So yeah, okay, so it might feel that it's restricting, but actually because you've put your body in a certain position, you're not able to do this, which is this is more of an effective stretch than this is. Believe it or not, it might not feel that way, but in your body, actually, that twisting, yeah. It doesn't feel like you're doing the big, yeah.
It's a bigger stretch for the arms twisting it, but not as big a stretch for the whole spine.
Therefore, then why not do a couple? Go, you can tailor this to yourself. Go, actually, I fancy a bit of a stretch today. Now I'm going to do a couple of the spirals to work deeper. Yeah, because this one here, when you add the spirals in, starts to come into your chest and into your rib cage. So this is going to start to help to open up your rib cage, which then in turn helps you to breathe better as well, just by doing this. Okay, so I would recommend when you're doing Swimming Dragon, when I teach this, you know, online, I'm just going to start off with this first, but you add in these little spirals if you wish to. And you will find it will get easier, the spirals, when you know, your body. Yeah? Don't have to overdo it. Just nice, gentle spiral. Okay, so from movement 3, uphold the moon, into movement 4, Swimming Dragon. okay? That transition, because they're key for the flow, okay? So just finished movement 2. Just one of movement 3, uphold the moon. Go really slowly so you can think about what you're doing. Okay, we're not going to think this time. As you move your hands, move them through the thick air. Really feel the viscosity of the air. Good. Now one palm turns up, let it float out in front of you. Then separate. One up, one down. Just do the normal now. Don't worry about the spiraling of the arms. Sink. Open. I'm over-exaggerating the movement so you can see, but sink. Open. Time it so the hands arrive top and bottom at the same time. Good. If you want to, add a little spiral into your movement now through your arms. Still with the pulsing. Carry on.
Once you're here, how do you get out of your spiral?
Yeah, I was on that.
Just back to normal. Yeah, exactly that.
I feel like I'm doing an extra bit spiral.
That's it. Yeah, that's it. So yeah, this for all of us at the moment, working lots on computers, at desks, it's really important to help ourselves. Good, swimming dragon, welcome back.
I think I freaked out the musical, so I think I was doing this just so it put me on top of my set.
Oh, really?
So I was doing it in my head, and then they like all seemed a bit panicked, and that's the last thing I can remember. But I'm thinking my hands were probably actually.
Doing some qigong.
Yeah.
Nice, that's good. Good, and really try as you practice this to get the pulsing. It's looking lovely now, but it's something that gets forgotten, the pulse. But it's that the body is constantly doing this, and at no point is the body still. Okay, at no point are we waiting. It's always going up. I'm still going up. I'm going up now. I'm going to go down. Good. Okay. Happy? Nice simple movement. Has everyone done that movement before?
Yeah.
Liz, did you do that with Jiben? Yeah, that's familiar, okay. Good, okay. You happy for me to move on? I'm happy to move on, that looked nice. Yeah? Okay, again, next movement is familiar movement for you. Okay. So this is diagonal flying. Everyone's going, oh no. Right, so from here,
Does it come after that one normally?
yeah, this is the usual sequence. Yeah. Okay, so to follow me, it's going to be easier if we all do this with the same arms, otherwise you're going to be going around. My right palm is facing up. I am going to turn around in a minute too. Okay, so the palm that's facing up stays up. The palm that's facing up stays up. Keep it up. No, palm that's it. Yeah. Okay, start again. Palm that's facing up stays up. Keep doing that because it's unbelievable how complicated we can make this, and then everything else there hereafter goes.
I definitely used to all do it left palm up. It's just
Okay, good. Now separate your hands, so your palm that's up stays up and your fingers point upwards. Fingers point downwards. Now, we work on the central line of the body now, okay? Not left and right, central line of the body. So imagine that you are holding on to something really delicately between your palms here. Okay, good. Do that again. Right palm up. Keep it up. Separate. Good. And again, without me, right palm up. Right. So this is swimming dragon. Now it turns into diagonal flying as you do this. Okay. So keep your right palm up. Separate. Good. And now, as you do that, make it one movement rather than separate movements. So rather than... There you go. Good. Once more. Right. So the lower hand leads the movement. The lower hand leads your movement. So we want to, from here, the lower hand goes out to the side, and the upper hand does this arc and goes down, out. Good. Now, what this often looks like is that we're trying to be Egyptian pharaohs, okay? And this starts to happen, okay? That's not the, if I stand to the side and show you, if you look at where my arm's placed, it's not out to the side, it's out onto the diagonal, 45 degrees. And my arm, so this all comes out onto the diagonal. And this, my other arm, is gone past the line of my body. Okay? Otherwise it can be a bit awkward and this can start to happen. Yeah? You all look very pretty, but it's not quite the movement. So let's do that again from here. Right palm facing up. Turn to diagonal flying, separate. Good. Left hand leads the movement. So one does that arc, the other does the opposite arc. Good. Just repeat that from here, please. I'm going to come round. Relax your shoulder. And your elbow. Good. Look here, 45 degrees to your body. That's where it needs to be. Good.
You said the bottom hand's leading the movement. My two hands are working together.
They work together, but focus on the bottom hand coming up and out. That from here comes up and outwards, yeah.
Am I too straight?
Sorry?
I'll be at 45 degrees now. We know how to come with that.
That's, your body just stays straight at this stage. Your torso will open up a little bit. Yeah? Your torso opens up because you're opening up your arm. Okay, but not out to the side. Okay?
Does the foot turn as well?
Not yet. We will do in a minute. Yeah, we'll get there. Okay, let's do that again together. Up and out. Okay, not so close to your body.
Okay.
That's it. It's just drawing an arc. Drawing an arc. That's what you're doing. And a flat palm here. Okay.
Something like that.
Yeah, you're coming a bit too close. That's all.
Oh, okay.
It's just too close. Just come away from your body. Yeah, too close still. So comes towards me with your hand. There you go. That's it. Just like you're being a bit elaborate. That's it. Yeah, it's like you're singing.
Do we always want to come back centre before we go off again?
Absolutely. Okay, that looks all really good. Okay, so from 2 arcs. Okay, so from here, It's really, really important to come back to the center. Now your left hand stays high, okay? Left this hand, whatever hand's gone out, stays high. So now we're opposite. Yeah, we're where we are. We were just like this a moment ago. Now, opposite direction. Arcs. Come back to the center. Right hand stays high. Whatever hand has gone outwards, up and out, stays high. Keep it center, back to the center, central line of your body. And just carry on doing this so that you don't have to think about it anymore. You can then worry about the feet any minute. Carry on. Shoulders. There. Okay, so come back there. That means you've got more room to do your movement. Otherwise, if you're starting here, the movement becomes this. So, shoulders. There you go. Good. And that hand comes. Yeah, that's fine. Yeah. Then that hand comes line with your nose. Down. Perfect. Again, that way. Now that hand line with your nose when you come back. Shoulder. Yeah, bring your hands out in front of you a bit more. So here, there you go, yeah. Yeah, so when this hand comes out, yeah, rather than in and out, just let it go out.
Okay, yeah.
Okay?
Yeah.
Okay, good. Okay, I would like you to present as if you're presenting someone on stage. How would you do that with an action? Exactly. Can you go on, take in the applause? Come on, take in the applause. No. I'm applauding you. You take in the applause. Okay, take in the applause. Okay, now someone else is coming on to sing. Okay, please welcome them onto the stage. And the other side of the stage, someone else is coming on to sing. And now someone else is coming on because you've got 100 choir now, so you've got 50 coming up either side. Let's go. That's it. That's the movement. No more than that. It's just this lovely opening. Open yourself. It's just like, that's it. So here, it's there. It's freeing. Don't make this sort of, oh, gee whiz, oh. It's just open.
Do you want a connection between your hands?
Eventually, yeah. But let's get the choreography. Let's get the physical movement. So it's so.
Coming in and out because I remember that we have that sort of.
Yeah. I mean, here we're always going to have so the energetic connection we will definitely work on. But at this stage, let's just get this. I know we've done this before, but we've got an opportunity to really get this right now. Yeah. So. Come on, not just me, everyone. Yeah, I know that. I've been doing this too long. So, can you show us how to do it? Because we don't want to do this anymore because we're tired. Yeah. So it's literally be graceful with it and just welcome. You know, you are really proud to be welcoming this person on stage. They're your
Your competitor is the one you're pushing away with your...
You're going, just because you sang better than me, you can go away. Here's someone worse than me. Can't emphasize repeating this movement like this, how much it's going to help when we come to put the foot movement in, because once it's all muscle memory and you're doing it without thinking about it, then you can really use your mind to connect with the deeper stuff. Come back to the center. The hand that comes back, always have it in front of your nose, so it's about that height. Lower dantian, yeah, navel. Okay. You happy with that? Yeah? So don't make it just effortless, just be very elaborate. I can imagine Robin. Yeah? Anyone knows Robin? Yeah? It's just like, yeah, just, that's what you want, okay? Okay, footwork. Shifting weight. Now, shifting weight means a sway, but without, so we still want to be sturdy in the legs, but we don't want to be the Leaning Tower of Pisa. We want to be a Pyramid of Giza. Okay, so sturdy down, keep strong. So now I don't feel I'm going to fall over, but I just want to bring my weight over and my leg open. So this is swing 2. Bring it back, weight over, out. Bring it back, swing 2. That's all. So a lot of those warm-ups that we do carry over into the form. But make sure you get your weight doing the movement, and rather than, okay, it's completely different to, because what we're doing is we're moving the chi.
So you're always swaying onto that side.
Yeah, that's why when I do this, many people say, well, hang on a minute, how comes you're putting extra sway in? I'm not, I'm using my body weight to, so my wave is going to my right, then to my left. And then back to the centre, but well, actually to my right, so I can bring my foot back in, now to my other side.
And as you go out, are you taking your weight into the foot at the time?
No. So no weight goes into because this happens then. Okay? It's 70% weight here. I just over 50, 55. Back. So it's not,
Yeah, no, I think that's what I
yeah, it's keep your body open. Happy? So,
Just show us how you do it, like, naturally. If you weren't teaching it, what it would look like.
Honestly, what it is to have you up.
Does anyone else?
yeah. I bet you would, yeah.
Is that all right?
No, we'll do it all. Yeah. No, I will. Okay, so, foot movement, please. All together, shifting of weight, just very gently. Effortless.
Not right ankles then.
No, 45 degrees. Follow your arm. So I said that when your arm goes out, that's 45. So your hand eventually is going to move in time with your foot. And because your hand, the lower hand that it comes out, welcoming, it's only 45 degrees it's going out. So that's 45 degrees with your foot as well. So don't make sure your foot's not going 90. Does that make sense when I use degrees? Because I know some people... And if you are thinking, hang on a minute, how do I know? We've got lines in the tiles, in the floor. So if you put your heels on it, if you move your foot out along that line, you've gone 90 degrees. So only go halfway there. So use the lines in the ground if you need to.
Opening a door as well.
So open that gate, yeah. From your heel. From your heel. Yeah, not your toes. Okay.
Which is the breathing then?
We'll get there.
So why is it the heels?
Well, to move your weight on your toes with your toes means you're going to be dragging your foot. If you move your heel, whenever we walk, we go heel toe. So as if we're moving the foot, we just move from the heel. So you pivot from your heel. It's just a lot easier. Okay, so if...
It's a bit of a wider stance to it.
I was just about to say, if you are too wide a stance, you're going to have a long way to go to do this. Yeah, if you're too narrow stance, it just doesn't work. You're too close. So you do need a hip width stance. Not so wide as a slosh, no. So it's still hip width. Still hip width. But careful, because what happens with this one is if you don't shift your weight, yeah, this starts to happen. And then after about a dozen of these, you end up here, and so you've got to shift your weight, and you're just pivoting over the heel. I've taught so much in the one place. I'm letting you in on a secret here. Have any of you noticed that I've got a blue rug now? That's because I've taught so much on that one place, my carpet. I'm wearing it out. Yeah, because, and actually for me it's a good sign because I'm keeping my feet in the right place. Yeah? Otherwise, you know, it all becomes a bit messy.
So in swing number 2, you would make contact with the central point of your foot. You might turn your heel, but you...
Yeah. When you place your heel back down, your foot back down, you're connecting the ball of your foot.
Yeah, so
Yeah.
you're still looking to do that.
Yeah, same here. Exactly the same here. Yeah, when you turn your foot out, your foot does go down. It doesn't just stay up. Okay, let's put that together. So, palm that faces up stays up. Separate. Good. So the lower hand is the direction you're going to be going to. So slosh the opposite direction so you can move your hand with your foot. Now your hand with your foot comes back to the center. Slosh other side. Hand and foot. Center. Slosh. Hand and foot. Center. Slosh. And just go. You might find that you've got this momentary pause in the center as you go to the other side. That's absolutely fine. Carry on, back to the center. Start from the center. Front of your nose. Down. Now go. Pause. Okay, slosh a bit more.
Okay.
Just a little bit more of a sway. Just enjoy it a bit more rather than being a bit too tight here. Just,
Okay.
yeah, just slosh your weight. Your hands moves with your foot. Try and get that timing. When your hand and foot go out together, they come back together.
I missed what you said about how much percentage of weight goes in each foot.
Not much at all. You're not really putting any... when you transfer weight, at one moment you're going to about 60-70%, then you come back to 50. So you're not putting any more weight in that leg. Okay, then come back. Not putting any more weight in that. That's it. Yeah, good.
I think it almost feels like you are though, because you took the weight out.
Cold hands.
You might feel that you've got a momentary sloshing of weight, and that's absolutely fine, but don't hold your weight and don't put any more in your knee. Yeah. Okay. Slosh. Sink. Back. Okay. Weights that way. Weights that side. That's it. Then slosh the other side. So the reason for the slosh is that you're freeing up the weight in that leg so you can turn your foot. That's it. Yeah. Carry on. Yeah. Let yourself go a little bit. Open up. Free yourself a bit more. Yeah, here's tight. Okay, really good. Okay, have a break. Take 2.
Which I bought.
Oh, do you?
Yeah, but
Yeah.
am I entitled to
Yeah,
one?
go. Yeah.
Can you sign it for my daughter?
Of course I can. Yeah, yeah. Have you got a pen on you? Oh, there's a pen. Linda's got a pen.
Kathy, you know, C-A-T-H-Y. I'm still getting her to... I've signed her up for you.
C.
C-A-T-H-Y. Brilliant.
Okay.
Yeah, thank you. Thank you very much.
You're welcome.
Is it a village?
Yeah, it's a new development been put there. Oh, what's it begins with H?
Doesn't have a new development. It's
No, he doesn't, but there's a new, there's
Oh, is that south of Norwich?
north.
it's in between here and Norwich.
On Fakeland Road?
You
Oh.
turn off there. You think
What's it called? No, mate, not that.
Is that right?
No, you have to stay.
We finished now.
No, not quite, but yeah, you should if you've got to go. You're going to miss the whole thing at once.
I know. Well,
Well, you can always catch the video and just put it on from 1 minute, 1 hour 50. Yeah, on from there, you'll get the whole lot. So that's what we're going to do now. But yeah, we're not far from now, so.
So although I still have a tendency to
Daughter's going back to London.
that's where mine is.
She's in the house at 4:15.
Oh, shit. Yeah, just have to text her saying, I'm on my way, hold on.
So what is it that you have? Oh, I don't really know what he is. I don't know what's he. He's called Ross and Foster. He's an osteopath. I'm trying to get hold of him. I just think he's brilliant.
He used to be a student of mine, so I know him. And he's very much into a holistic approach, and his own practices are very much holistic as well. So he will treat you as a whole person, rather than just saying you've got a problem with your hip, I'm just going to treat that. He's good, yeah. Ross McAllister, his mum still does classes actually with me online. Yeah, he has. He's a quite a big guy. He's big and stocky, short, big and stocky. Yeah. Quiet. He's quiet in class. He was very quiet.
Very sort of like, so if you don't, they are osteopaths, but
Where is he? Where is he based? Have you found it yet?
he hasn't got his studio. Oh, I know, you sent it to me. Yes, on WhatsApp, because then I was able to get direct.
Because you can book him directly through his website online. You can just book a slot. Yeah, and I'll give, yeah. Right, there's two things now. See you later, mate.
Thank you.
Got your boots?
Yeah.
Yeah. See that, buddy?
It's the last social I did it to me, I wasn't expecting you to. I didn't expect you to do that.
Hockering.
It's a massive house that is set back. Almost as soon as you turn off into Hockering. I've seen signs of Hockering, I've probably never been to Hockering, but I've seen signs all over there. So it's near the deal to a chap called Lawrence Reynolds in Norwich. There are a lot around, and I can recommend some of the really good holistic massage therapist actually comes to Wells. A really nice holistic woman, and she's given me this contact of a lady osteopath that used to be a head in her practice. So I'm just trying to start off with
Yeah.
that, but so far I haven't got a lot of contact, so it's always good to.
Yeah. And it's always good to get recommendations, I think, that people have been and experienced.
So she can release my neck during the massage. I think we've all been through some
If I warn you out. It is, isn't it, a bit? Okay. It's all right. We're going to continue, but if we continue now, then we can finish a bit earlier because I've worn you out. But obviously, Joe needs a pillow and duvet. I think Fee's going to go top and tail with you, Joe. Okay, so we're going to put this all together now. Movements 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5. Okay. So movement 1 is called compressing the 3 pearls. Movement 2. No, that's still movement 1. Lifting the sky, movement 2. Movement 3. Movement 4, new one today. Swimming dragon. Movement 5, just done. Diagonal flying. Okay. So it's really good just to remember the names of the movements, so it helps you to think, oh yeah, that's what I've got to do. Number 1 and movement 2, there's a lot going on. Yeah. Okay. So, yes.
Two's got 3 parts to it: lifting the sky, and the rainbow, and the soaring crane.
Body spiral after lifting the sky. Lifting the sky, body spiral,
Yes,
rainbow dance,
yes, yeah.
and soaring crane. 4 parts.
4 parts, yeah.
Yeah. Sorry?
Put it down, but not number them. But is there a whole name to part 2?
Lifting the sky, it's just called lifting the sky. Yeah, because that's what we start with. I thought we'll keep it simple because that introduces you into it. Okay, so don't forget that on the website, not only is this class, all right, it might be a bit lengthy and we have these sort of intermittent breaks between it, but there are the individual classes that I've put up on there for you as well, all broken down, you know, with names. Yeah, they're all there. So if you're thinking, oh, what is it? Just go and have a look, go and have a watch. Yeah, these ones are at the bottom, but the Myofar Qigong is, well, it's somewhere in the library. It changes about. Okay, so we're going to do this all together. We're not going to do too many of each because I appreciate that as Fee's just said, this is a shock to the system after a little bit of a break. And actually, you know, what, if we have had a break from this, if you haven't been doing too much Qigong, and it doesn't matter if you haven't, but if you haven't, you know, it can take it out of you a little bit. So, so go nice and easy. So what we're going to do is we're just going to repeat it through. Then I want you to repeat it through so that when you leave here, you are as confident as you can be remembering the movements. Okay? Okay. So we're just going to run through it. So don't worry about getting into the zone, the chi state. This is literally purely to remember the movements. So, from Wu Chi. Compressing the 3 pearls. We're going to do 3 of each Dandian. Middle Dandian. Upper Dandian. Microcosmic orbit. Three full orbits. Into movement 2, lifting the sky. So from the orbit, your palms continue outwards, but now they turn, fingers point to each other. Rise up. Lift. 3 of. Good. Body